Hi guys, Jimmy here again, and yes, we are back at Watkins Glen. This time, bit of a surprise though, we aren't in the 4GT or the HBD, we are in the Corvette C6, which I actually purchased today. And yeah, really looking forward to getting to grips with this car. I've not driven it that much. I've done a bit of practice around here, as anyone would of course, and it feels good. A lot of people that I've talked to said it feels pretty difficult to drive, but I've never really had that problem before personally, so yes, I'm hoping to do okay in this first race. I've been doing lap times about 1:44 on the fixed setup. I have been doing practice on the other setup as well though, so just kind of getting used to this car. Something I've noticed about this car is that it is very torquey. I know it sounds like a given. Um, there's lots of circumstances when you can go into a higher gear for a corner and just kind of eke it out the torque of the car. This is the fixed series again, like I said. I have got a fairly okay open setup at the moment. It's about a second or so quicker than what I can do in this car at the moment. But I'm not gonna be overly aggressive at the start of this race for the main reason this is the first race I've actually had with this car. But I thought you guys would be interested in seeing my first race in the Corvette and my first impressions as well. I don't want to do like a massive just do a single video, just a little kind of like I've done previously with the McLaren and whatnot. It works in some cars, not this one. I think it would be just better just showing it in the race, considering the practice I've had in it so far. So car will feel fine, to be honest. There's only one corner that I've had trouble with, which is the slow right hander at the end of this little mini straight here. I find the car locking up a lot, but I'm sure we'll be okay. Seems to be a bit fast in the 17 car in front, just on the outlap pace. I'm not actually sure how it's going to translate into the race, but hopefully we'll be alright there. Yeah, today I've been practicing a lot for the Le Mans race tomorrow, the 12 hours, so I'll put another link in the description. I know I plug it to like anything I've ever plugged before, but it's a good laugh, like nice people in the chat there, and I'll be commentating for a bit as well, so if you're interested, obviously head over there and enjoy the racing. So yeah, car feels fine as usual. I mean, like I said, it's fixed it up, so I don't see it not feeling fine, but I just wanted to make sure it's all how I remember it was in practice. You can see here the fixed setup, pretty average to be honest. These first couple of gears quite horrible. But yeah, you can see it's received the Jimmy paint scheme, the classic red, black and white, just to scare my foes, of course. Also HBDs in this race. It's a shame we were going to have a big field, but then it got split. So 21 cars is still a good amount, you know, with 5 Corvettes. Would have liked some more Corvettes in the race though, but you know, you can't win every round, can you? Yeah, I checked through the comments, and it seems that the popular option is to keep this little kind of segment of me talking at the start in. So I'll keep it in, obviously. But if views change, then by all means let me know. I'm always wanting to improve, and obviously today is no exception. I was originally going to do a non-fixed video, like an open setup video, but I'm not too sure now. This will be the second video of Watkins Glen this week, and I don't want to spam you guys with just Watkins Glen video. Yeah, I can say it, just because I don't want it to get stale. Right, this is gridded for the first race in the Corvette. First race in the Corvette. You have to excuse me, I've been up for quite a while, so a little bit tired at the moment.
One left to green. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed.
I'm going to be starting on the outside then, so be careful with that. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
He sounded pretty menacing. Best not tangle with him. I have no idea of the pace of these other guys apart from the lad I was following on the outlap. He seems to be faster than him, but that's an outlap. We can't really tell. I'm actually starting first in field. I didn't notice that. Jesus. Okay, that's no pressure then. Hopefully we can keep it clean for this race. Don't want to tempt fate though. Yeah, I got first now, so we'll be starting in a second. I'll leave a gap to these guys in front, let them get away. I'm going very slowly for the first half. I'm trying to just roll around at the moment, but I don't want to. We don't want to be right up there, right up behind them. Any kind of HBD scrap at the first corner, because we'll just the whole field will just pile into each other, and that's really a bad thing. So. Just going to back them up a little bit. We're still a bit close to my liking. I imagine this 17 car will have a go on the first lap. I would if I were him, to be honest. So, gonna watch out for that. You can see in this this series, HBD by far the most popular car. And every race I've been in has been about, you know, ratio of 2 to 1 HBDs to every other car. So it's a bit of a shame that everyone opts for that car, but I guess that people have different tastes, and HBD is actually a fairly easy car to drive. I'm probably going to get some hate for saying that. I mean, it's got a lot of downforce, and you know, it's any mistakes you make is normally it's up to you completely, as opposed to the car or something like that. I mean, in the Corvettes and especially the GTs, they're a lot more unforgiving if you're a bit too rowdy on the throttle going to a corner. Was this fast forward to another Corvette? No, there was another Corvette. That's a decent sized gap now. Don't know why I'm keeping it in first. Don't want to spin the outlap, I think, is the idea. I actually start staggered ahead of this guy in second, so don't know if he'll be doing that on the start finish line. I don't know if I will. I think I'll just charge it straight away, but hopefully he'll let me go green, then just try and have a run up the hill. But I think if we can get through the first chicane in first place, we'll be okay for the next stint of the race. I have no idea of the pace of the other guys around me, apart from, like I said, the 17 car, the guy behind me. So we'll see how we do. We'll keep the chat on. If it gets too loud, we'll turn it off as usual, but it's good to know what's going on the track. Put it in second gear and we're primed. Don't want anyone on my inside at any point. Hopefully we can get at least into this last corner before we get a green. Pretty okay start there. We'll come across just to cover our line. Getting a bit excited with the ball on the brakes there, locking up, but we managed to keep it around in one piece. Started catching the last HBD, hopefully they'll get away from us a little bit in this straight. I'm not sure how that geared round here, to be honest. So we've done what we wanted to. We made a little bit of a gap coming into this kind of chicane at the start of the course, so just got to keep a big wreck in front of us. Want to be careful that watch him coming back onto the track. Going a bit wide, don't want to be in fourth, want to be in third through there. Actually holding the guy up behind us, but that was more of a wreck avoidance strategy more than anything else. Be patient for that corner.
Come on there. No bad.
Not quite got this corner down yet either. Like I said, it's a new car to me, so I'm still finding which car has its strength.
No bad for him.
See, locking up again there. That's the trouble I'm having in this car, is locking up on that corner. Need to find a better spot and brake a bit less going into that. Try and get the car to the inside in this corner here and get on the power early. Still feeling out where I can use the power and where I've got to be a bit more conservative. Getting close to that wall there, but I know what room I've got, so we're okay.
1 minute 44.867. You're in the top 10.
We can use that one off here. It's not off track or anything like that, so that's good for us. We're actually pulling away from the rest of the Corvettes a bit, so that's a very good sign so far.
Look, just me on the bus stop. You don't want to say anything, mate? You don't want to apologise?
That feels a bit better for that corner there. It's quite a difficult one to get right. The third and fourth gear aren't quite right through there. You want to go into third kind of instinctively, but third's a bit too short. Let's end up buzzing into the limiter on the downshift, which is a bad thing. Being careful of that outside curb just drags you out. Nothing's settled down, but there's like a 17 car and 18 car coming with me. Having a better entry into there this time. Still don't feel massively fast though. Ooh, that was a bit. Getting loose on the exit there, just about gathering it up though for the corner. Got to be careful. I think third is the gear through there. We have the torque to pull us through, so there's no point in risking a second gear, I don't think. Gotta love the sound of this car. American V8 for you.
1 minute 44.465.
Being careful on the brakes down to turn one there. Like I said, it's in the last Walking Cleanse video, it's a downhill braking zone, so it's very easy to lock up your brakes if you're not careful. Giving a slight lift going over this hill. The Corvette gets a bit edgy over that little hump. Literally a 10% lift. So patient round here. You just want to get the power so much early. You just can't. There's no time for it. You'll have to excuse that. In fact, I have my phone going off. If you can guess where that's from, that theme tune, you get extra points. Or that text tone, I should say. I'll get that on silent. Ah, there you go. You miss a gear. Just put the phone on silent. Things I do for you guys, eh? Ah, see, locking up again. Does feel like there's something I can do there, but I just haven't got it figured. Looks like I'm actually slower in the latter half of the track compared to the first. That's where my time's made up. Apart from that corner there, I seem to be quite quick through there. Nope. Okay.
1 minute 44.888.
Well, just try and clip that inside curb if you can into the corner, and then let the car roll out just to the outside. You don't want to be too harsh with your steering movements though, because you can end up actually having the car snap back on you when you go into the barrier the other way. You see the car getting a bit edgy over the top there, just about keeping it on track. Actually get contact zero of the barrier, so very lucky there. Just trying to keep it consistent now, because I've got the pace over the guys behind me. There's no point pushing too hard. Oh, heart skipped a beat a minute there. You can see like the direction of the car pointed just after that curb there. What that curb does to you if you're not being careful. Getting a bit early on the brake seems to be the better instance through there. Down a second, don't want to be there, want to be in third. There you go. Let's just get on the power earlier, and the torque on this thing's amazing, so you can just put your foot down and it's fine. The fix setup isn't so bad around here. I mean, compared to the 4TT anyways.
Oh my god. Good.
1:45.0.
Actually getting a bit late on the brakes there, but it wasn't too bad for me.
I am no good, man.
It's like a bit of trouble further down the field or up the field. I'm not sure where this guy is, I'm not sure what he's racing. Make a note to be a bit more careful through here this time. I can see the Corvette getting a bit edgy through there as the tyres go. So we've got a 4-second gap now to the guy behind us, so doing pretty well to be honest, considering this is the first race ever in the Corvette. Aside from about 10 laps practice, on the fix setup here. This is my first drive of this car. This corner's my nemesis. It's very satisfying when you get it right though. So that guy who just disconnected there was actually a 4GT driver. I had a quick check of the relative while he was popped up on it. So he was behind us. So that's bet he's out the race really. Not in a horrible way. It's just that having a slow GT in front of us and caused some troubles. Getting a bit wide there on the entry to the corner didn't hurt me too much, but I did miss the third gear again, which is where all the drivers there. So sometimes see the tyre marks on the track there, just going into the second to last corner. Someone's gone veering off there. I don't know if that's an incident or they've just gone off on their own. Making sure to use some of that runoff on the left in that last corner. Don't use all of it though. That wall is quite hard. Actually braking a bit too early there this time. Still getting that car into that little groove on the inside and then just letting it pull out on its own. Steering goes very loose going over there. The more I'm doing that corner, the more I'm getting used to it in this car. Obviously that's a given, but this car really does feel nice. A lot of people say it's a difficult car to drive. I haven't found that yet at all. Maybe it just suits my driving style of power. Power and please don't crash. The third works pretty well through there as well. I'm not sure if it's the right gear though. Don't want to get complacent though, because second place only 4.5 seconds down the road, and that is a mistake. So keep our minds focused on what we've got in front of us. Don't do what that guy did at that corner. I think I'm shifting down a bit early there. Cost me a bit of time. See there, the brake's locking up. I'm going very wide, and that's caused the guy behind me to close up probably half a second or so, unless he did the same thing. I think that I was still slightly on the throttle when I braked, which is hitting the wall. That's going to be damage surely. Yeah, we've got damage. How bad is it? We're now pointing about. You can see all my little thing down the bottom where the wheel's pointing right now. Still not so slow. The guy behind us catching us a little bit though. Ah, what a pain! See how it turns left, if at all. It's not too bad. We might be able to continue. I don't want to throw this lead away. Well, let's look at this, it's going to happen. Come on. really fighting the car now. I just don't want to retire. Come on, in you go. See how much I'm having to fight with it. Such a silly mistake to make as well. I even said I need to be more careful through there. The car just not wanting to turn at all. Guy behind me slowly gaining now.
1 minute 47.887.
Not wanting to give up though. I'm gonna have to. Car's just not turning up through here. What a silly mistake. Kicking myself right now. Mentally, of course.
Left side. Clear on the left.
That guy's damage. Sorry about that.
Still got 4 seconds to the guy behind, so I don't know. I'm not enjoying this, but
Clear on the right.
it's still mildly drivable. Could you sustain damage as well? Using third just to get my speed down through there. It does look like the guy behind me might have some kind of damage as well.
Clear. 1 minute 47.538.
Come on, turn right. I'm really suffering through there. Out there, that's where I'm suffering the most. Just can't keep the car going straight. Sweating a ton now trying to keep this car on the road. Come on. These HPGs can go around me. I'm not letting them pass.
Car on your left. Keep to the right. Stay on the right. Clear.
Ah, losing a bit of time to the guy behind. Can't afford to do that right now. And there as well, God, this is going to be a short race if I don't get this together. My wrist killing me at the moment, having to keep this car, the steering wheel the way it is. You can see on the bottom left hand corner the way the steering wheel is.
Minute 46.953.
Well, a bad turn one considering the damage. Better through here as well. No, my wrist is killing me. We are being gained on though. Doing all I can at the moment.
Car on your left. Clear.
Come on. How long left? 7 minutes. Unable to keep the car going in a straight line. The guy behind must know something's wrong. And there it is. There's the result of it.
You've got wheel damage.
Well, a shame that the race had to end that way, but I did my best. Could have been the first win, but look at that wheel, like completely ruined. Yeah, sorry guys, I've had quite bad steering damage for the last like 4 laps or so, and I tried to keep it going, so sorry I crashed out and then got in some of your guys' ways there, but what a shame. I mean that could have been a good race for us, and we could have won that, and it's one silly mistake, and that, you know, that's throwing it away for us. So I'll end the video there. I'm not going to bother getting back out there because there's no point at this stage, and well, thanks for watching guys, and hopefully my next race in the Corvette will be a bit better than this one. Have a good one.